Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you think it's a stupid question, it is not a stupid question. If someone still has something to say about it, don't take it personally. For some reason, they're triggered by you being yourself. They're triggered by you going after your desires, your dreams. Don't let their energy affect your own energy budget. All right. Hi, my name is Alia, and I was just laid off. I am a designer and artist based in Washington, D.C., and I was recently laid off. Yeah, about a week ago, I received the news from my boss that my last day will be this upcoming month. And that, yeah. I have been trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And this all came all of a sudden. I mean, I can't say this was random because I had been seeing like different content creators talk about, specifically in the tech industry, talk about layoffs happening. I just didn't expect it to hit my company, let alone impact my team the way that it has. Yeah, specifically as someone who is a young professional working for the first time in corporate. This was my first corporate job. Before this, I was an intern. And yeah, I was supposed to be in this company for a while, or at least hop around to other corporate companies. My personal journey is I wanted to be a graphic designer and then from there work my way up to being an art director. So my current position, the one that I will be leaving, I worked as a designer for proposals, basically making sure that all the visual experience for a proposal would be well done, would be satisfactory. And yeah, that was my job. Thinking about the other people that were impacted, specifically the people that I know, we are all quite young. We were interns, if not a year ago, then 2 years ago we were interns. I'm still in college. That's just my life journey. The other people that I work with, they recently graduated college, so we're all still really new to this work thing, corporate in general. So when we were given the news that layoffs are happening, and in my case, that I'm being impacted by these layoffs, it was shocking, to say the least. But yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, there's only so much that you can do other than just falling into a victim mentality. And I guess that's what we can talk about today. So with me right now, with the state that I'm in, this came as a shock specifically because I am in the process of moving. I'm in the process of moving and I had been working towards a promotion, so I had been dependent on my job to be that extra push to get into this next level place that I would be moving to on my own without having any sort of security around job. That has been really triggering, to say the least. And yeah, I just it's weird. It's really weird to be told that young professionals are supposed to be protected and taken care of, and to be supported and uplifted and given these opportunities where, at least for what I have experienced, I haven't seen the same treatment. And it took me about 1.5 years to figure out that I can't wallow in that. Instead, I have to figure out, okay, how can I make sure that I am putting myself out there? Specifically, as someone like me who's an introvert, I work remote, I live in an area where there's not a group of people that I can work with when it comes to my job. Like, I can't just like go to an office here and meet with people in my area that work at the company. Like that was non-existent for me. For me, I felt siloed. So what I did was built my own networking and socializing skills just through virtual experiences, by connecting with people over Teams, connecting over LinkedIn, and just being like, hey, like, nice to meet you. I have some questions about like this and that, and would you be interested in chatting with me? Things like that. It's just opening the door slightly to start a relationship with someone, with multiple people is what I did. And starting a relationship of not just like absorbing information, but also saying, okay, how can I help you? How can I show up as someone that you can also trust, but I also trust you? So it's just like a mutual relationship. So that was my vision going into networking and creating relationships at work, though I was remote. It was very hard, and I only started really going into that, like I said, after 1.5 years of realizing I haven't made the progress that I've been wanting to make, and I've been blaming other people for it instead of taking charge of my own destiny, my own desires, my own wants, and just going for it. I found a mentor within the main design chapter of my company, who she's amazing, and she's just, I love her. And I found a mentor who works within marketing. She has like a very important role within marketing. And I was able to, from talking to these people, connect to other people that they knew and that they trust, to create these relationships with legal, with cybersecurity and resiliency, with more marketing higher up people, strategic sales, delivery, all these different fields that I would not have gotten to at the rate that I was going before I started networking with these people that opened more doors to me. When it comes to that, I would recommend for just like any young professional, don't be afraid to speak up, and just, yeah, don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you think it's a stupid question, it is not a stupid question. If someone still has something to say about it, don't take it personally. For some reason, they're triggered by you being yourself. They're triggered by you going after your desires, your dreams, going after your next goal. Don't let their energy affect your own energy budget. Your energy budget is literally so sacred, and it's something that can be easily dialed down, especially in a corporate environment. Yeah, definitely go after your desires, your goals. Keep growing your network, your relationships with people, because that's what's really important. So that's what I learned, the main lesson that I learned working in a corporate environment for 2 years. And yeah, for right now, I think I'm just gonna give this content creation journey a go. I don't know what the future has in store. I will still identify as a Washington, D.C. content creator because this is home, this is love. Yeah, it just is who I am. I don't know if I will get another job in corporate. I don't know where I'll be in the next few months, but what I do know is that I'm gonna be doing a damn thing. I will just find a way because when you follow your aligned path, when you follow your intuition, it just guides you to what you need to go through and what you need to do to get to that next phase in your life. And right now, at least for me, it feels like I have been up leveling to a point where my job is just like no longer in the picture, or will no longer be in the picture in a month's time. Like in a month, I will be without this job. And something else I didn't mention, I didn't care for my job. I gave it a chance because I just wanted to experience what it was like to work in corporate, to work in tech, to be a graphic designer in a corporate tech company. What it was like to carry that title, because before then, I never was given the opportunity to express creatively through my design work with the title of being a graphic designer, or just a designer in general. I was never given that opportunity. So when I took this job, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, but I knew that I had the skill level that I needed to just like be there. I beat out applicants who had college degrees, at least bachelor's degrees. I only have one college degree, and it's an associate's in visual communication, which was basically a fine arts degree at that point. And I beat out people that had bachelor's degrees, that had years of experience. Little old me, who was just an intern, a marketing intern who loved to do design on her own for years. I finally got that title that I had always wanted, so then I can move on to the next level. And that's why I took this job. I wanted to see, okay, so like, what is this about? What will this be about? And how will it shape the next job that I will have? It turned into learning how to work with proposal teams, how to work with sales teams, how to work with technical people, with all this stuff that I had no idea about before, like mainframes and cloud. I got to see and get to know the back end of all these things that make our societies run, which I never thought I would have. So that was cool, but actually working within a proposal environment, it was not my cup of tea. It was giving a classical oolong tea versus I want a lychee rose tea with lychee jelly. You know, it's like, this is my vibe, but what I was given was like something classical, like a standard hot oolong tea, or just like, I don't know, a PG Tips, or just like it was very one note. I can't even say that about tea. Ooh, excuse me. It was very standard, very traditional in that sense. But I wanted something new, fun, and fresh. Like, give me my lychee rose tea with like maybe a hint of peach in it. Yes, with the lychee jelly at the bottom, boba style, please. Yeah. So I got to know it, but I also got to know, like, this is not my gig. I respect it, but this is not for me. All right, well, that's all I have today for this little story time, this little chat. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.